No, I've never zinned in my life. Have you put it up your butt yet?
Again?
Not doing that, Josh.
Dude, that's what all the kids are doing. They're putting zins up their butt.
The coffee zin's the best.
There's a coffee zin?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I've
I'm
tried
not
those.
surprised.
I've tried those.
You don't like it?
Are they the European ones?
Ben, where do you live?
I live in Colorado.
Okay.
It's beautiful there. I'd love to come there and do some plein air painting.
Do some what?
Plein air painting.
What plein air painting? What's that?
It's basically just painting from life. You know, you go on a hike and you bring your little sketchbook and your little, makeshift easel and you camp and paint, and you just like,
That would be. That sounds very therapeutic. That sounds awesome.
Dude,
when you coming?
Yeah,
He's coming right now, bro.
I come all the time.
Where are you from?
Cali, Hawaii, pretty much. Yeah, Hawaii, Cali.
Nice. I was just down in Palm Springs a few weeks ago, and I was surprised how warm it is there. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, it gets warm and cold there, man. Desert's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
So are we live?
Yes, we are live. Talk amongst yourselves.
There's no way to actually click on this link. So I don't know. I can't even copy the link. So maybe there's a better way to share that.
To share what? The link to Twitter or what are you?
This link here.
Is that us?
Malicious extractors will be held accountable, no exceptions. Pulse TV, maybe share it in somebody's DM or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I think we got better things to cover.
Yes.
Good evening, people.
Oh, good evening, Vader. Master Vader.
Master Bader.
Family show, Ben. Family show. Let's cover some stuff.
You will get a brief, quick, concise, and to the point presentation of your V4 staking mechanism, DTGC.io. You will queue when you want to review or ask such questions. Simple and short. But until then, talk amongst yourselves and summon me as needed.
Yes, sir. What's up, Kai?
Kai.
Shaka my brothers.
Shaka, bro.
Shaka my shishi boys.
Dude, you would have been proud of us. We were peeing everywhere today.
Proud of you.
We were peeing all over the place, dude.
Where'd you guys pee?
Hydration problems.
On the 12th hole.
On the 12th hole, 13th hole.
13th hole, par 4. Took a little shishi break.
So Slimewell and I, in record time, have produced a song and a music video that will be released tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I thought that's what this stream was for, so you guys could drop it now.
Yeah, it's not done.
I thought the same thing. I guess I'm out of here. Later, guys.
Yeah, he's gay. Oh.
Josh, I got a question for you.
What's up, bro?
Now that you're talking about these music videos, what was that song that you were doing with the Santa suit? Like, that was like one of the coolest videos I've seen. Like what was that?
Oh, do not tell Josh that.
No, that was super cool. Like, for real, that was like his best work yet.
Do you know who Bitcoin Obama is, Ben?
What's that?
Do you know Bitcoin Obama?
Yeah.
So you know about Bitcoin Obama, that Nigerian chiller. He was like part of the team for Ticker Bitcoin. He'll sing songs on Spaces or send me clips of him singing if he wants, like if he's trying to get supply, and I'll just take his audio and put a beat to it. So that was what that was, and then I just filmed a video as Santa because it was Christmas.
That wasn't your voice. That was that dude's voice.
That was Bitcoin Obama's voice.
Yeah, well, that was super cool.
Thanks, dude.
Ben, have you seen the Slime Whale disc? I think that's probably his best work. Actually, the Bitcoin Obama one was a banger.
Which one? I've done 3 now.
The Slime Whale disc?
Post that in the link for people to see both of those.
Let's freaking.
Fuck Slime Whale.
That's not just the fuck slime whale thing here. Yeah, dude, Darth, if you wanna like take it away, I'll pull up the fuck slime whale video.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I may have to go soon. So we'll just jump straight into it. Brass tacks. I may send you an NFT. You may send it back. We'll get this out of the way.
Let's do it.
Oh, you're actually wearing a Darth Vader outfit.
Silence.
Shut up.
I thought that was like an AI emoji follow your head thing.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome, Kai, to the present.
Dude,
Can you see the screen?
I am not looking at the screen. Let me check.
Lord Vader.
Lord Vader.
Sorry, man.
No, not yet. You have to share the screen.
It's sharing right now. It says stop sharing.
I cannot
still
see that.
Use
Do you
the
still
force.
see me?
Force, Vader.
Stop sharing and then share again.
Let's try this again.
You're probably making Fast Abdul jealous. You know, he usually has all his outfit changes.
I could grab my Darth Vader mask. I got one right beside me here.
Well, then bring it, brother.
Bring it, brother.
There's only one. There can only be one.
And renounce the Mafia.
I don't have the slime whale video on hand.
So, do you see the screen now, or is this
No,
futile?
I don't know. I don't see like fast. Do you know what's going on? Because I don't see it.
Do you
What's up,
see-
Oni? What's up, Rage?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see it because I'm not. It's
Well-
not my show. Are you logged in under your controller account, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then why don't you just go to your Josh? Why don't you go to your screen and I'll speak to it? As you.
There we
go.
go.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Great. Is this your screen? Or is this my screen?
This is your screen.
Perfect.
Somebody had a
brother.
question for you, Ben. I don't know if it's rude, but he said, "Are you drinking again?"
Great.
Yeah, Oni, you want to join? I'll send you the link.
Bring Oni up, yes, brother. So I'll keep this short and sweet. Many people are asking, what the hell is V4? Is it real? I'll give you a simple comparison. With V2 and V3, the stakes that you currently have on Pulse Chain, you can do 1 stake per wallet. Before you stake again, you must unstake. 1 single position per tier. You cannot compound or add to existing stakes. With V4 staking superpowers, you have unlimited stakes per wallet. Stack as many positions as you want. Multiple tiers simultaneously. Silver, gold, whale, single-sided staking. You also have multiple LP stakings. Impermanent loss, cancelers. Diamond, 42%. Diamond Plus, it's 70%. For a limited time only, I've reduced the entry rate level to enter into these larger stakes. Your DTGC PLS or DTGC your mom. The 15% bonus, the 12% bonus is you getting that percentage of your principal at the end of the stake. Do you hear me clear? Now,
What?
I
What is DTGC?
DTGC's Dynamic Trading Gold Coin. DTGC is a coin that was launched roughly 2 weeks ago. Now, having said that, let's do something quick and have a little bit of fun with this, okay? Before I get into the analytics, before I get into how you can compound your stakes and assess for impermanent loss, value at risk, etc., let's just get into the sweet potatoes. What I assume most of you Pulse Chain Earthlings will enjoy is how to clean your wallet, so to speak. So let's hypothetically go to Flex. Flex is a 1% tax entry, 1% tax exit. The others are 3.75 entry and exit. This is simple, no time lock, no commitment. And if you don't want to stake, you can simply do something such as this. Take a few of your coins, let's say this here. I'm going to put a limit here, put the limit here, and let's say I don't even know what that is. So yeah, we'll go from there. And so you can either stake that and that'll turn immediately into DTGC PLS LP and stake it for 10% APR, or you can just clean up your wallet and just convert it straight to Pulse and find all the little squirrely coins in your world and just clean it all up at once. It does a scan immediately and converts to Pulse, and it will do that. Or stake it and then say, you know what, I want half of the Pulse, and I'd like to keep the rest as LP, and just leave it there with no lock, no time commitment. Now, if we go to our Pulse X Gold, one of the things that I've wanted in Pulse X is a nice quick scan of what's there. So let's say it just says every little coin in your LP, and sometimes we don't like adding our LP position, so we can just click here, check our contracts out, etc. Interesting, ho-hum, whatever. Now, if we want to create LP, I don't like LP creation headaches. Therefore, you can come here and do that yourself and just use those two simple utilities until you feel that you trust the system, or swap. So your PulseX Gold Suite is here, so you can create that yourselves. You would look up here and you would look at your active stakes. Oh, interesting. That seems pretty cool. No one really cares. But you might one day, if the market's down, and you ask yourself, well, what kind of banking tactics could I use to hedge against my losses? So we've gone through this. These are allocation strategies, but most importantly, you can come here and balance out. If you did a stake for this amount, it always has to equal 100%. You see that says 135. Let's say as soon as you bring it down to...
Wait. Can you back up a little bit with this dynamic stake hedging forecaster thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's just kind of start from the beginning on that.
All right. So of all the stakes that you have going on at once, this does not calculate the NFT white diamond stake, the transferable stake. But what this does do is take your stakes. You must have 100% of all your stakes. Let's say you had $10,000 invested, and in 6 months, the price changed, let's say 20%. And so at that point, you would calculate the balance of your stakes, and it will give you a calculation of your estimated return at the end of that time period. This does not include the 15% and the 12% bonus of your principal in DTGC for the first users of this platform in the first 2 weeks. That bonus will not be there forever. Having said that, there's another strategy in sight. Let's say out of these stakes, you put a certain amount, add stake, then you can go, let's say you had a diamond plus stake, add stake, and you would be able to quantify and hedge. So when people stake and they're locked for a period of time, most V2 stakes will say, if you stake for a period of time, you get X. If you lock it for a year, 2, 3, 15, 500 million days, whatever, you may get B. Here, these are 90-day, 60-day, and 180-day stakes. Okay, great. How interesting is that? Fun. But let's get into the position of a debt is due, and you feel uncomfortable selling or giving your coins, but you want them to be committed. So therefore, we will go to White Diamond. Now, White Diamond is a staking tier. This is an NFT. As soon as you stake and create a stake, it'll be an NFT form that you will send to someone else. Now, Josh, since you are on this program, I would ask you to tell me your wallet, and I will transfer the stake to you immediately.
All right.
And you better transfer it back, or I will break your goldfish's spine.
Okay.
Text me
Is
your
this like
wallet,
an
please,
initiation?
to the email text.
Oh, you want it right now?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go letter by letter.
Yeah, okay.
I assume you Earthlings are advanced.
Hey, Dark Vader, I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
Dark
So
Vader.
Your DApp looks pretty cool, but I'm a little confused. Can you give me the 30-second pitch on what the protocol does?
The 30-second pitch on what the protocol does is it does multi-layered staking. You can dynamically hedge and quantify those stakes. You can add stakes on top of stakes, and you can hedge against the price going down or increase your value of the price going up by getting more coins.
That is cool. Is
stake now, and you
is anybody else doing that?
Excuse me.
Mhm.
Excuse me?
Does anybody else have that? Because I haven't heard where people can hedge going up, going down like that, and the way that a protocol is built. I mean, I don't know everything, not even close, but is there any other protocols that are doing anything like that?
Well, I can honestly tell you that I do not know everything either, but I do know this had to be a quasi-fork from Uniswap. We've been told that V4 is nowhere on Pulse Chain at the moment. Someone can correct. And this actual NFT staking program is limited to V5. V5 would only make sense for new reward mechanisms, auto compounding, cross-chain staking, NFT boosted staking integration, which is what is available here in White Diamond. So V4 achieves unlimited multi-stake, basically what V2 and V3 can't do. So it did take a while to be able to get this technology programmed and for the keys to be relinquished and me to have the ability to manage this.
Incredible.
Yes, I've been waiting on this site for 6 months, 3-4 months now. I guess, 6 months or so, having to keep it quiet, talking about snipers, etc. And now it's here, and I love it. And I would like to send this stake. I could send it to one of my other wallets so you could see how quick you could transfer a stake. You could sell a stake. You could trade a stake, etc. But before we do that, since we'll be stuck there for so long, let's actually just go look at the stake. So if I went to pulsescan.com, I don't know, can you see this PulseScan switch? Do you see scan.pulsechain.com right now?
Oh, no, we can't see the URL browser.
Okie dokie. Well, when you go to verify this on PulseScan, it'll go straight to the Scan Pulse Scan. You'll pull up your wallet. Let me see if you can see this wallet here. Can you see the MetaMask wallet? Yes or no?
No,
we can't see.
Come up.
None of those pop-ups will work.
All right, well, that's fine. Either way, you'll see an NFT card, transferable, click and send, and your stake is somewhere else, under someone else's ownership. They log in with their wallet, and they'll see this card right here. So that is that. Now, if I keep it simple, these are the links, contract addresses, the V4 addresses, the V5 address, verifiable and vetted, and scan.pulsechain.com, fully loaded, audit complete. You can check out the prices of metals and other coins in your realm, etc. back to this and that steak.
Well, can I buy gold or what? When you're talking about precious metals, how does that, what does that have to do with your protocol?
Well, everything's quantifiable against the current cost of luxury items and the current cost of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you just sometimes want to just look without having to change pages of what the price is currently. Just makes it a little simpler. This is a platform, basically, I can also, if I choose to do so, I do not want to do this because I do not want to commit the time to do this or to our web developer. But if another protocol, let's say Liberty Swap, etc., wanted to have a Peacock PLS stake or 2 other items at LP stake, or someone just had a big LP and didn't want that in permanent loss and wanted a rewards tool above that for them and their users, they can outsource through our V4 contract. It's around 1% that we would receive, and they would have the ability to have the same mechanisms of that V4 contract for their people, etc. But having said that, brothers and sisters, I will bid you adieu and not bore you to death, but I think that you will, in summary, I'll say this. My brother was an FDIC bank regulator. He also was a risk analyst for Citibank Global. He also worked under Caroline Pham, who's your CFTC chair at the moment, helping to get deregulation of your crypto exchanges across the country right now as we speak. So I'm very grateful to him for specifically vetting the ability to use compounding and to, most importantly, hedge against your value at risk. And your value at risk is very important, where you can quantify if the market or the coin goes down specifically by a certain amount. And you have to actually go in here and hedge and actually put together 3 or 4 stakes that actually would put you in the black from a reward system within 12 or 6 months, etc. And I wish I had this many of long 1 to 2 year stakes ago. Now, I will end on a note. We want to thank the PTGC aliens, the Hexicans. We are simply bringing you new technology. They have the honor and the legacy on this chain. We do not compete, we build. Thank you very much. If you have no further questions, I still would like to send that stake. But maybe I'll just send it to myself or to one of my other wallets at the right time and go from there. But anyways, gentlemen,
Do you have to turn the V4 stake into the white diamond NFT in order to send it?
no, the white diamond NFT is a stake you create yourself. 70% APR, but I do not include the 15% principal bonus at the end of your 90-day stake, period. So you have the benefit of getting a 15% bonus on your stake Diamond Plus, or you have the benefit of having an exchangeable, transferable stake. If times get tough and you need to sell it for PLS, etc., then you can do so, and the buyer feels comfortable that they have their own stake in hand at whatever price above or below floor you need to use. But I will leave you on this note. Please use this site to clean the garbage coins in your wallet that we've been duped by in the past with Flex, and scan your wallets and get your Pulse, or please go to Pulse Gold and create your LP so you can actually see the value of your LP and scan your wallet, etc. Thank you very much. God bless. And I cannot see out of my mask anymore because of the fog in my eyes.
That was pretty good. So you got some heavy stuff there. I think we'll have to do some reviews, but I like you're working with other protocols. I like that there's this utility for people, even if they're not interested in DTGC, they can still go there and scan their wallet and find out what they can turn into Pulse, etc. Maybe get rid of sketchy airdrops. Even it's a good service.
Yes, I have it in there where it will recognize some of those sketchy airdrops will look very distinct. We had where it will say a coin has no lick, but we had to actually go back for the V1 liquidity for those pump tire tokens to where if it did have some liquidity, you could see a value in PLS and make that decision. If you want to compound it all and do it in one transaction and just have your pulse, a nice, clean wallet like we all deserve.
Cool. I like it.
Great.
So where do I go on the webpage to get to the part where I'm scanning wallets?
You can go to Pulse X Gold at the top of the webpage, or just click Flex, the Flex protocol, the Flex tier. No lock, no commitment. You don't even have to stake. Just go to Flex protocol, scan, and click Pulse, and just get your Pulse back.
So PulseX Gold, and then I can
Or
see
Flex
portfolio.
Pink. The Flex Coin Cleaner. Uniswap calls it a zapper.
Where's the Flex thing on the website?
So it's the Flex tier at the bottom. If you just click the Flex tier, the Flex, any pink box that you see will scan your tokens and give you Pulse.
I
Any
see.
pink
Okay.
box.
Yeah. I just had to take off my orange glasses.
I'm dying to take off this mask. But I might get clipped by a Jedi. It's happened before.
Yeah.
And no fun out there, and to the Mandalorians out there that just are Mandalorian all around. On your planets, stop fighting amongst yourselves. Give love to all those in different religions and people and precious tuies and the fluffy fur animals, and live your life. Amen.
Hi, Sandy.
Reach.
All right, brothers. I'm going to peace out to the Honeycomb Hideout. I will holler at you. God bless.
All right, let's make plans. Talk to you soon.
All right,
Bye,
brother.
dog.
Bye. Renounce the Mafia.
Hey, Josh, can you take off those glasses? You're not that cool.
You don't like them?
There she is. I like your face better. Your mustache pops more without the glasses.
Really? I thought it popped quite a bit with the glasses.
I think it pops regardless.
It definitely pops.
My Asian face wouldn't be able to create such a thick, voluptuous mustache like that.
You should try to put Rogaine on your lid.
You know what? I heard about that, but I don't want to put those chemicals on my face. My face is so darn sensitive.
Yeah, you got baby face.
And then Benjamin, I've never talked with you. Hi, Benjamin.
Nice to
And
meet you.
Fast. I forgot to say hi, Fast.
Hey, guy.
Hi, Sandy Beach.
So what's your story, Coconut?
Like with crypto, or like how did I find Jesus, or how did I find Richard Hart, or
How did you find baby Jesus, Josh Wu?
Baby Jesus? I haven't found him yet.
how did I find Josh Wu?
Oh,
Well,
I'm Baby Jesus.
Back in the day, started off of a ticker called Incentive. This guy named Kurt deployed it, and there was 5 of us: Josh, me, Joshua, and Justin, and this guy named Cash that we don't speak of, the Indian doctor who screwed us all. And after that, we just became best friends.
Yeah, he would. Before Sami was streaming, he would take showers and stream himself or film himself singing Sami songs while listening to Sami in the shower in his coconut bra.
For real? So was it like behind the shower curtain you were doing this, or how did this all work?
Yeah, how does that work? No, I would just make funny, lame, retarded videos and just post them for fun. It was kind of like therapy for me.
Yeah, that's back when he used to always dress up as Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was good. And then I would make videos with Jerky Turkey. I miss Jerky Turkey.
I like Jerky.
Me too.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He
He's
flew
the
down to
best dick with butt influencer that we have.
Who's
he's
with
our
you,
only
Josh? Slimewell? Yeah, this is Slimewell. Sandy Beach.
Oh,
We got a banger coming tomorrow.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I've been shocked what's transpired the past 24 hours, Josh.
With what?
Yeah, me too, bro.
Like I woke up today like really upset, right? And really pissed off about that situation. And yeah, so I was just kind of curious where your head's at, because yeah, that was so shocking to see how everything transpired yesterday.
What are we talking about?
Let's hear your perspective, Ben.
Oh, you don't even want to hear my perspective on this whole situation and just everything to do with some of that and all that. And I'm actually kind of, like I said, I woke up super pissed off today and was about to burn some bridges, um and I was actually super pissed because I was on because hey man, let's be full. I'm all about full transparency. So I get a message from Neil for T-shares saying something about Coin Mafia and Triple Dad, and I was like, no, he's not involved. He wasn't involved in it. And so I went on. I was like, oh, they must be on stream. So I went on. Fast Abdul was on a stream with Randy, and so I'm on there, and I hear Randy say, "Oh yeah, he's checking his wallets live." He goes, "Oh yeah, somebody sent me $7,000 worth of Coin Mafia," and I was like, "What?" Right, and for different reasons, like that just, and I'm not going to get into.
Surprised. You didn't expect it. That's for sure.
Yeah, like there's a lot but I have to say about these things, but so I'm super pissed off, right? Because I'm super pissed off to hear what happened with Coin Mafia. Those guys, Hans and those guys from Midgard, like I heard like they messed up some stuff. Rackham pulled liquidity on these things. So, I about had it myself, because earlier in the day I was about to exit a bunch of stuff and maybe publicly say some stuff myself. So I called Hans probably about an hour ago, right? Because I was super pissed off and I wanted to lay into him a little bit about the situation. And then from there, I was completely shocked at what he told me, Josh.
I want to ask you what he told you, but Randy Hilarski got $7,000 of Mafia. Can I?
Well, supposedly.
Say again? Can I ask?
I said supposedly Randy was on there live and saying, like I never count anybody's money or different stuff like that, but that. Trust me, I don't. If I did that, I've never taken $1 from anybody, and I've done a lot of stuff on this chain. So, yeah, but I was shocked and I'll just get to the core of it, right? I was shocked to learn what actually transpired yesterday, Josh.
Let's hear it.
So I'm not a good person to explain the technicals and stuff like that. But basically what happened, Josh, is that we'll just use Giga as the bad actor. Who knows if he was or wasn't, okay? And those characters, for 3 months or for a couple months, they were accessing, they found out behind the scenes, right? Accessing the stuff. Rackham never deployed that that token that got rugged. And there's a lot of stuff like that, and I'm all about the truth, right? When it comes to Rackham, people shitting on Rackham, this or that, there's a lot of things, and I've always gave Rackham the benefit of the doubt because I've heard different things, and but yesterday I bought it hook, line, and sinker, right? Because that was the whole narrative, and today, Hans reached out to Crypto Sloth, a whole bunch of influencers, and told them, like, hey, no, this is what happened. Here's the proof and that. And nobody cared about the truth. And it's funny, Josh, because these people, spoofed that whole thing. They set that up. He didn't deploy the goddamn thing. And now they're going around saying to you, Josh, saying, oh, Josh, trying to be friends with you, when these people, it looks like that they set this up, and that's half the reason why you left. That's all I'm going to say about this, because I'm not the person to explain, but I trust Hans 1,000%. He doesn't lie, and these guys have been playing. They played this whole situation, and nobody cares about the truth. And last thing I'm gonna say, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks out there. If I'm taking Rackham's back, this or that, all I care about is the truth, and the truth ain't out there, and nobody wants to hear the goddamn truth.
Could you summarize that quickly again, Ben? So what happened?
So, okay, let me see how, because I'm not a person to explain the technicals, but basically what happened is that coin that supposedly Rackham launched, and he pulled the liquidity.
Okay.
That was not launched by them, right? The what, I forget the word that there's a whole, you'll have to talk to Hans, but I know 100%, and to see, that's why part of the misconception out there and people shitting on Rackham and lying when these bad actors maliciously did this and are like spreading all this stuff that ain't true is nonsense. Who cares if you like Rackham or if you don't like Rackham? But the truth is that these bad actors just did that, and they're making his product that came out that then affects Josh's relationship and makes it look like these things that happened. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Well, let's just backtrack 1 second. So, like, I understand that, like, a coin was launched. I've seen and I'm just going off X here. I'm not giving any definitive evidence of anything, but a coin is launched called like CM or something like that, like CM for Coin Mafia, presumably. And then it was pulled down, taken off the website, rugged, some people would say, though I don't know the particulars to say if that applies. My understanding was it was launched during a time where only admins could launch coins on the website.
So, God, what was the word that he used? What do you call it when damn it. It wasn't launched by them, right? Their thing that, when you go to an NFT thing and they pick up the ones that, what do you call that?
You mint NFTs? I don't know. But like just on the particulars of how I understand Coin Mafia works is like I thought there was a period where like only admins could launch tokens, and it was launched during that period of time.
It wasn't launched by them. Their thing picked it up on the website. Their how it searches, what do you call it? The indexer. Yeah, the indexer picked it up, right? And it was, and so they found access for the past couple months. They were probably messing with it. They spent a lot of time to sabotage this whole thing. And of course they did. Of course they spent all this time and deployed all these stupid things. So that's the truth. I'm not the guy to explain it, but that's what happened in your Giga, and the rest of those guys who are probably listening. Fuck you guys. And I'm coming for your fucking ass.
Oh, that's sure they'll take that as a compliment. Interesting. Okay.
And you know me, right? You know that I have relationship with all these people, and you know that I don't lie, and I don't take money from nobody, and I never have. And Rackham is a very challenging character to work with, and people have their perceptions of him, right? But the way that he's getting a bad rap when these guys, the whole public is talking about all that, is ridiculous.
Oh, fair enough. And I think you've brought up some good points. I see some maybe different things, but like I haven't looked at every bit of on-chain data, and like what you say could well be the case. Do you have anything to reply to that with, Josh?
Not at this time. I'm just hearing people out.
Okay. It's like what I've seen is that like there were some tokens that were pre-minted. It kind of looked like failure to launch stuff to me, and less about rug pulls or anything else. So that's like my like when I like look at what I see, be like 1 Coin Mafia, 2 Coin Mafia, 3 Coin Mafias, Coin Mafia number 4 that's called Mafia. That's the one. That's kind of what it looks like to me. And then I see that there was like a whitelisting period where only certain wallets could buy. Those wallets seem to be mostly beneficial. They bought and made LP. They bought and burned 900 million of the supply. It's not like, is it a fair launch? Maybe not. I don't really care about that. It's not fair. Launches are mostly just fair for the guys who are snipers, who are the guys who complain when it's not a fair launch most of the time, in my experience. But like, yeah, I don't see that part as malicious. I think if those tokens were launched in error and people lost money, those people should get their money back.
That's not the case. They didn't launch that token. The guys whatever. So
okay.
Sorry, Josh,
I want to see
the reason I'm
clarification
so
that there
fired up,
wasn't
Josh,
admin functions that stopped other people from launching coins at that time, which is my understanding. But my understanding is based off of information from that I picked up other places, so I can't say that's 100% going to be the case.
yeah. I hear you. And like I said, this has been the past 24 hours because I've been paying attention to all this and to see how it all went down. I woke up super pissed today and was about to burn some bridges with Rackham and some of those people, right? Because for different reasons. And this is in about an hour, half hour before I came here. I called Hans to voice my opinion, and he doesn't lie. His integrity's through 1,000. He's reached out to other people today, and nobody wants to know the truth. And to see how it affected Josh and these things is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I'm coming for you, motherfuckers.
Why are you so fired up about this topic? I'm just curious.
Because the way that these people go, the way that these bad actors go on this chain and milk the chain, propagate stuff, rug pull people, make money, lie. Rackham is such an easy target on some levels, and to see it happening again to people that I care about. I really care about Hans, the Midgard team, and I do care about Rackham. I care about the truth, and
Hans,
I feel
Hans. I'll send you the thing as well. Give me a second. I'll send it to Hans.
Hey, Oni, are we going to see your face?
No.
Okay.
Wait, Hans, can you put your Telegram at or here we go. And I'm gonna get Hans here as well. Let's just bring everybody.
Hey, Giga, are you going to show your face? Giga's got a sexy face.
yeah, Giga, what did you do, buddy?
Oh,
Why are you playing
Benjamin,
games?
I can't believe you figured it out.
Yeah, Giga.
I'm impressed.
I gotta go on
Benjamin,
mute. I'm gonna be laughing so much right now.
Sometimes I wonder if you've ever looked at the actual chain data ever in your life.
Not everybody uses that as their bread and butter, Giga.
And not everybody's a shitbag like you, Giga.
And not everybody is as smart as you.
I can't believe you figured it out, Ben. You've managed to outwit me again. What shall you do here? Report me?
No,
How
but
about you just tell us what you know, Giga, and leave out the commentary.
Well, wait. Fast Abdul, come on now. He's literally sitting here calling me a piece of shit. I'm allowed to have commentary here. I'll tell you what happened. I mean, I can tell you that. So, I mean, clearly someone deployed the same bonding curve contract that was already being launched directly from a Rackham wallet previously, before the platform even launched, right? There were several people doing this, me being one of them. Somehow he got it to show up on the front end. Now, I tried to do this, but I couldn't get it. So this guy managed to get it to show up on the front end, and he launched a CM coin. It wasn't Rackham and his team. It doesn't appear to be that it was Rackham and his team to launch that first one, but there was a big whoopsie there. And Hans on Telegram even admitted this. He said it was a whoopsie. There was a hole left there. Someone managed to get a coin onto the platform. And, it is what it is. Now, they took the site down immediately. We had every tracker you can imagine. We had everything sniffing their site. So the second that thing came up, the second it would go down, I have all of it logged. Yeah, there's nothing more to it than that. Like, we even made money.
So those initial tokens weren't maliciously launched by the team, is what you're saying?
Yeah. The CM, the first coin that was launched on the platform that went public, if anyone was actually watching the website, that was the only coin that showed up. That coin, I don't even think the deployer bought initially.
Hans, I also want to get you up here, so just I'll send you the freaking stream key if you give me your Telegram.
Well, thank you. That's valuable data there.
Yeah. So
and nobody's mentioned that.
Yeah. So this is.
Thank you, Giga, for telling your side of the story here.
This is provable on chain, buddy. Just go look at the deployer. So this guy's deployed like 8 different bonding curve contracts, the same style, and he managed to get his on the front end. Now, with that being said, you still had the official Mafia coin launch with 2 whitelisted addresses, and the one that came in and did buy was selling on your guys' fucking faces. He bought before trading was enabled, and I have all of the transaction proof. It's on my page right now. You can see that the second whitelisted address, the last buyer, a few seconds before launch, bought a shit ton of supply and was selling it on the market after it went live. That is a fact and is provable on chain, and I could show everyone that. In CryptoSolve.
In regards to that, you're talking about the actual Mafia token, the one that people are trading now.
Yes, the official Mafia token. Okay. And that guy still holds like $100,000 worth of Mafia coins.
Yep.
Hey, Ben, if you know Hans's I want to DM him the stream key.
Yeah, just give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second.
Now, our assumption was that Hans was the dev, right? Everything that I could see that it pointed to looking like he was the dev. And then the wallet that we saw basically a long time ago, Rackham sent about $8,000 to a wallet, and that wallet was the deployer of the Midgard donation address contract. So we assumed that this was associated with the Midgard team in that regard. Like the programmers were probably getting paid in that transaction to do that. So it was one of the bundle of transaction or wallets addresses that we were looking at.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't know, like it kind of doesn't sound as malicious, some of it anyway, from what you said about the additional CM tokens not being launched by the team. That's makes it look different for sure. As far as the whitelisting thing goes, like it's centralized. It makes it not a fair launch, makes it not as good for various snipers who were setting up to do things, I would imagine, which could have been the sniper protection that Rack was talking about. Which whitelisting, blacklisting works for that. It more just lets you decide who your snipers are. Like these 3 guys are the snipers. But we know that at least one of the wallets that bought those tokens burned a bunch of them, right? And made LP. So like, I don't know. I don't see that as criminal.
Right. I mean, the deployer of the thing that I'll point out here and say the critique here, right, is that no one is criticizing the team of necessarily trying to scam anyone. If anything, a lot of the times what we see is that we have these teams have a dev, and then the dev snipes it on side wallets, which the second whitelisted address was trying to snipe it on a side wallet. I included those transactions and the addresses on my tweet. So this guy was definitely trying to get an advantage on the launch. Now, he didn't really get that big of an advantage at all. The one wallet only had like, I think a couple $1,000s maybe of coins on launch. And the big thing that I would point to here, and this is why there's so many trust issues with Rackham, is he had Jen go on and make a tweet that said, standard setting behavior, Coin Mafia has no founder allocation. Any position held will be acquired on the open market under identical terms as every participant. So what they did was they whitelisted to address, they bought up the chart so that there was zero inherent risk for them, and then they burnt that supply. Sure. Well, actually, I need to see how much exactly they burnt because they still hold a shit ton, but they did burn a chunk of it. And then, and then they allowed trading. So it was just all of the snipers and all of their community. Basically, what I'll say is their community was now exposed to the risk of all of the snipers, but Rackham and his team were protected. And that is the critique, to say this is not a fair and open market launch. This was very blatantly to protect himself only.
Ben, did you get that Hans thing? So Giga, you're saying you didn't launch the CM token?
No, of course not. I'd be bragging about it. So there was, if you watch any of the groups, especially with some of the more technical guys, you'll see that a lot of them were hip. So I was the first one to start deploying contracts from Rackham's code that he was launching.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
You
So
like Giga the Minter and all that.
So I saw your wallet and 007 and them launching, test coins on this with these contracts, or at least they looked like you guys, and because they were like named after you guys. So I took the bytecode and basically deployed the same contracts, and I did my namesake, right? Because it's literally just leaving my mark saying, hey, I'm watching this. And so anyone could see that those were the wallets I was testing with. And there was actually two different guys who were then deploying contracts that looked like Coin Mafia contracts that were then actually tricking my sniper. So you can see that wallet that I deployed Giga the Minter from was actually getting scammed from two other guys deploying bonding curve contracts, taking advantage of my sniper, trying to take advantage of Rackham's deployment.
Oh dear.
I believe that.
I don't feel bad for anybody in that scenario.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Well, we
that's the
should
game.
hear from
Like,
Hans, because
Yeah, Ben, do you have his app? Because I can't send him the key if I don't know how to DM him.
I sent him the link and on Telegram, because
Okay.
look, I'm emotional about this for multiple reasons that extend past this situation,
Yeah, I'm
and
wondering why you're so fired up.
because of other things to do with in different directions, and just to see how this another fucking catastrophe on Pulse Chain, and seeing good people like Hans.
What's the catastrophe? What's the catastrophe? That's what we're asking. Is like, why are you so upset? Because who got hurt that what's the problem for you?
Well, I think it's to see Josh leave in this fashion, to see the community, from what I'm learning, not understand that what exactly happened. You're explaining what happened, right? Hans explained to me. I think that, the more people,
earlier.
that's what he said. Yeah.
Like, is it really a catastrophe, Ben? Right? Like the thing.
Well, there's a lot of
it's
people, when people
it's
put money,
controversial.
their reputations, they build stuff, and then you have people leaving the project right away, people thinking that people rugged
Ben,
people who didn't rug people,
It sounds a
Giga
whole
getting
lot like
his
you're defending
kicks
Josh,
off of
though.
shit like this.
Yeah,
It's
of course I'm
disgusting.
going to get my kicks off of shit like this. I love doing this. I love trolling people who are ignorant. The point is that you should take that trolling as an opportunity to go learn exactly what it is you're interacting with, instead of making excuses and being a victim all the time, Ben, because this is all on chain and you can go learn it. So I like to make fun of guys who get upset about it. It's the funnest thing in the world because it's literally on chain. It's provable. In regarding Josh, I think that defending Josh is a perfectly fine and fair assessment because I think that Josh was put in a really shitty situation. And I had people, or at least I don't know if they did or not, I had told people early on privately, separately from this, way before this launch, about warning Josh about getting in bed with Rackham because I think that there's a lot of past instances surrounding this person that I don't like. And there's a lot of things I can point to from his past that I don't like. And I warned him to not make sure he doesn't catch any of the blame or responsibility if anything did go wrong. And that was very clear. I've been very open about my intention on all of this.
And I think that's a fair assessment. Right?
Hans, I
But you-
DM you the stream key if you're still here. It'd be nice to have him come up.
So why is Panos out there saying that he bought 50% of Rackham's thing before he rugged it and they're propagating a lie?
Well, so CM was, like I said, that was not deployed by the team. It was very obviously not deployed by the team. If you look at the coins they were deploying on the fake bonding curves previous to launch. So, but we thought it was real because Panos was in my group and I had my website tracking bot and my other wallet tracking bots. He was in that group at the time and we saw the update come through. We clicked on the link. It immediately opened up and we saw CM was live on the site. We all bought, as well as hundreds of other people, because we were trying to obviously snipe this thing, right? So Panos just happened to get the first buy-in and he got like 50% of the fucking supply on that coin. Like I said.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because their indexer picked it up for, I guess,
right.
10, 20 seconds. So that's how I bought. That makes sense. Hey, I'm just as ignorant as everybody. You know, I don't know I don't read the blockchain like you do. I can't go verify these things. So I appreciate, I probably put my foot in my mouth a little bit here, but I'm leaning out the window and I just want to know the truth of what happened and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, if there's blame on anyone, it's not any of the blame of the people using the blockchain because there was obviously people who are going to be trying to do this, right? So if I were launching up, in fact, I did on Plasma a pump fund type of fork. I know that there's going to be bots. Like, so for your risk assessment, I would say I worry that someone would program a bot to deploy just thousands of raw cocks on my platform. So I need to prohibit it to the users of the platform only, right? So he left a big hole open in that sense on accident, and he admitted to this in Telegram, and I can go screenshot it for you guys. He made a mistake and someone got through and their indexer picked it up and was showing, this coin on their website, and they got it down pretty quickly. But that's still not to say that, there's a lot of people who bought it and felt burned by that.
Okay. Well, that certainly puts a different light on it. I would say that the team may still be able to save. They don't bear responsibility for that, but they could save some face by maybe taking care of some people if there was serious amounts of money involved. That would be reasonable, but it's not like their legal requirement. Like some asshole hacked it and did some shit.
I want to be clear here. I'm not saying that it's like the financial responsibility of the team, but what I'm saying is you have to take the punch, the responsibility for the mistake in a way, just publicly, say hey, we fucked up. Someone got through a contract that obviously wasn't us.
Launches are hairy. It's always a bad day when you're launching stuff. There's too many things, and a public launch is, I've learned through my own errors, is not the way to go. You want to keep that shit secret.
Well, hell, we talked about it. Let's move on. Gig, I appreciate you being here. I guess I do apologize for calling you a piece of shit, right? That was something I'm not proud of. And the more information we all learn, the better. So I appreciate you taking that and not using personal attacks like I did. That kudos to you.
So was it some other random person who launched CM, or was it the team?
And that's what Giga's saying, right?
It was me. Sorry, guys.
It was Kai. Oh, and we lost Giga.
I had nothing.
No,
else
he was saying definitively it was not the team, that somebody else got into the index and managed to get 2 or 3 random tokens with Coin Mafia branding out before the final one that is the official token. So it was not the team, is what Giga was saying, and I don't see why Giga would be incentivized not to tell the truth about that. He's hasn't been a huge Rackham supporter in the past, so I think I believe what he said coming from him in regards to this.
And supposedly there was a huge bot attack, right? And they tried to, where that one coin got through, there was like 200 and some attempts to get through, and one got through for 30 seconds. I don't think they expected that someone had access and was meditating and playing with their DApp and spent all this time to research, to do all these different things, to find the little things, and one got through, from my understanding. And I'm not trying to defend nobody. I just want to know the truth and people's reputations not to be ruined over something that's not true.
Fair enough.
I respect that.
It's all about what happens next now, right? Like, like the thing looks like it works. Like, I haven't tried it, but like, there's a token, it has a price, and there's a platform that launches stuff on 2 chains, as far as I can tell. So like, what happens next? If everybody's mad and it gets turned off, then that's bad. But if like business as usual, you had 3 bad days, move forward, then like, I don't know, maybe it works out.
Is there a way to switch me from not being under Rackham's picture that Josh put in here? I don't know why.
You're stuck there, Kai.
Can you guys put Oni up? Josh, can you put Oni up there?
Dude, that's up to StreamYard.
Oh dear.
Hold on 1 second. I go email.
Sorry, Joshua, I gotta call you after this. Hope Mafia burns Pulsex. Other than that, I'm never gonna use it. Mafia burns Mafia.
It'll burn Pulsex if the transactions are on Pulsex.
Yeah, if it graduates, then it will inherently, and Pulse. But
there hasn't been a lot of traffic there. If you look at the site, like there's
I don't even
2 tokens.
They went back and forth a lot of only the team can launch coins, and a lot of coins were being removed. It looked like.
Yeah. Removed. Why is the question, I guess.
Yeah.
I saw some screenshots of like some like terrible coins that were not family friendly, and like is it okay to remove those? I think that's a question of centralization, but also of intent. And if it's if I read the conditions, which I have not, and it says like if you post a super sketchy dick pic on here, we're removing your coin, then maybe that's fair game.
What happens to everyone's post?
Removing coins from people you don't like is bad, but removing coins that are generally offensive, like if somebody made a child molester coin, would you guys want it removed? I would.
Yeah, I don't know. The fucking FBI came after me or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took them off.
So when it comes to that, Fast Abdul's like does Pump Tires delete coins?
No.
I think that's kind of like, if you're gonna put LP in a token and it could get deleted, that's a huge deterrent.
Yeah, unless it's just gonna get refunded.
Yeah. But the question is like, if it could be refunded, then that changes the story. And it's all about what are the terms and conditions when you click into the site? Like, do they say if you make a terrible child molester coin with a disgusting image that will delete your coin? Does it say that? If it does, then like, okay, that's the deal you signed up for.
Obviously, it's
So, well, regarding pump tires, like there's actually some issues that people have had in the past where they launch a coin and then it for whatever reason doesn't show up on the front end. Now there is ways, there's ways to access those coins. You just have to do it through other platforms. Now, it seems like that's a more preemptive measure. There is some kind of preemptive measure on pump tires, definitely filtering, where there's not on Coin Mafia currently. So they are manually just picking and choosing, it seems, on Coin Mafia for now, whereas pump tires has like an automatic thing. But you can still sell your coins on both. If it's not listed, you just have to use other things.
Yeah.
You just need an alternate front end or be able to use the blockchain to do it yourself, right?
Yeah, whether it's through a contract or there's a community member named Igor who built, I think it's Swapped Out Win. And usually you can interact with all these contracts through that.
Cool.
Swapped Out Win. I wish we could have got Hans up here, but I don't think Hans wants to come up.
Well, that's kind of ridiculous. If he's not going to come up,
Not everybody is get on the screen guy. That's okay.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Can you hear me?
Somebody who wants to be doing that. Anyway, I wish them the best. I just don't want to be doing it.
Fair enough. Yeah, you resigned publicly. That like that. You made your position very clear.
Well, I don't think my mic's working.
And that's fair.
We hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I've been talking this whole time.
Rather talk about Vault or Prove X.
Yeah, I would say
this is the topic today, Justin. This is what's in the thumbnail. So we're covering the thumbnail items. Then we can move on.
Regarding Josh stepping down, I just say, like, I think that the way he went about it was a perfectly acceptable way. That wasn't trying to step on Rack's toes or anyone else's toes. It's not like Josh was like privately trying to do stuff, but there was definitely distrust, and it was very obvious from the beginning. And I think it's just better that way. And I think Hans has a responsibility to protect his business, and his business partner. So he probably doesn't want to come up here, even with me being anywhere around.
Yeah, that was probably it. I just thought it would be nice to have you both ends up here. Apparently, we can't be having that.
Like I said, the only criticism I had was just that like he obviously their indexer picked up a coin that was basically a fake launch, and everything else was like I don't really have any criticism of it, right? So yeah, if people are saying that he launched CM or whatever, that's a lie. It looks like it's a lie, right? Obviously anything's true possible, but the probability that was like team is, I would say, virtually zero.
Yeah.
And that's what I was really pissed off since last night to hear is that if that was the case and then they rubbed it, that shows totally incompetence by them. And I put a lot of faith in Hans and the Midgard team over the past few years. And so me personally, to hear that wasn't the case, and then to hear some more information, so I appreciate hearing this, and thank you. And like I said, Gig, I apologize if you had nothing to do with it and the things that I said. And so thank you. And that's my 2 cents about it. And I'm not going to ever bring it up publicly again. And I'm over the situation personally.
Thanks, Ben. Again, I just want to say, like, my intention is never to like try to exploit and steal. But my intention is definitely to try to get the edge and always be first. And obviously, if you want to say that me buying a bunch first before everyone else is stealing, then you can say that. But it's, it's legal, and that's my game. I'm not trying to like. I wasn't trying to like trick everyone into buying Coin Mafia, my Coin Mafia first. I was seeing if it was possible to launch coins, but I couldn't figure it out. Someone did.
Supposedly.
Allegedly. I gotta say, I do like the dev team. The dev team are all cool. I think Hans is a good dude. Yeah, I've never seen him stream, so I'm not surprised he didn't want to do that. And anybody else who doesn't want to come up. Yeah. So like, yeah, that is my question too. I just got a text. Is why was there $25,000 in liquidity to rug on like a rug coin?
Yeah, right. Because so like I said, is if you look at CM's launch from the beginning, the deployer didn't even add any pulse on his deployment. So basically what you had was hundreds of people just refreshing that site waiting to buy. And you had people like Banos who came in with like, you know, $1,000 on the first buy. So we ended up getting like this huge chunk of supply. And then you know, everyone saw it. You know, as soon as I don't know how plugged in you guys are, but there's like 50 bots that will show new pairs. So like as soon as a coin bonds off of the platform, it hits everyone's bots. So then now everyone sees that there's different wallets associated with Panos or me or other people who are now aping this coin that just launched. And the assumption is, you know, follow these guys. This is the right one. Or you know, like us, we saw it on the platform ourselves and we thought it was legit. So we literally aped it. And I don't think it's their fault for selling into the guys who are later to that movement than we were. So if I bought the scam coin first and sold the scam coin first, it doesn't make me the scammer, you know?
Only if you deploy it.
Right.
So there was the liquidity came from people who were buying behind the person who initiated it, basically, right?
Yeah. It wasn't like someone added liquidity. That liquidity in the bid side liquidity in that poll was just from buyers. Yeah.
So they were rugging each other, basically, like buying the scam coin. Those many people would have not understood, of course. Some people maybe did understand, but buying it and then selling it on top of each other. So yeah, the team did not rug it. The team did not make it. We
figured it out pretty instantly. I mean, the team, I'm not gonna lie, like the Mafia team was pretty quick to react to it, but it was already bonded by the time they reacted to it. So it was already out there in the world. And you know, someone like Panos, for example, and he's admitted this publicly, is the only reason I talk about it. But like, I mean, he was trying to one clip it, honestly, because he could have one clipped like 20 grand at one point, and he couldn't. So he was having to sell in like $500 chunks. And it was like, why not milk it until, you know, the crowd kind of realizes this isn't the right one. And it's like, oh, we all got to get out. And now they're CTOing it.
Yeah.
Could have been done better.
Either way, it was a complete disaster. What a freaking disaster that was.
Well, when you have the whole chain trying to attack and all these people doing stuff like that, it's not surprising that something like this would happen. Who else on this chain is going to have the attack that they had? I mean, let's be real here.
I'll be real here, and I'll say that you know, a pool party actually had an identical launch to this, almost in a way where their website went live and their contract address was it was on a subdomain that wasn't officially public yet. So like we got the advantage on that one because the exact same situation. And you know, believe it or not, there's actually a lot of really competent people in this community who are using every tool at their disposal to make sure like the second that server gets an update, their bot's hitting it, or the second that you know, that coin hits a pair, you know, their bot's buying it. And so you could say Gerardo just recently launched a meme coin on Pump Tires. It had a very similar experience. Pretty much everything on this chain, you got to remember that it's like a bunch of killer whales just trying to devour one another and be that first buy, because your weight is exponentially higher the earlier you are. So if you land first, you're like 10 times bigger than the guy who lands third.
Yep. But like this type of attack, you know, and I think it's okay to say it's an attack in a way, though. Like no laws were broken to my knowledge. Like this would have happened on any chain, Ben. I suspect. Like certainly, if somebody announced they were launching a Pump.Fun fork on Solana and gave a date, like there would be a lineup of people doing similar stuff.
Zero.
And that's
I just
kind
thought
of
about
up to the dev team to counter. But devs are people, and the pool party thing you're talking about, like that's the Maximus DAO guy one, right? That's what you mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Pool
Yeah.
party.
So those guys are
Map or Gopher.
smart, sharp, or one of them is anyway.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there was mistakes there.
Thank you,
Sandy.
Yeah, because that, like I said, they had poolparty.com that was live, but they hadn't officially published app.poolparty.com. And I had found app.poolparty.com before anyone, and we had the address, so early. And you saw that coin got, basically I think there was other guys with me, but that thing got sniped to oblivion instantly on launch because everyone had their snipers ready to go, and they had it early. Now, I really genuinely was interested in offering Rackham launch advice on this because he could have avoided, almost all of this trouble if he took advice from guys who are like, I'm not disrespecting the Midgard team. I'm sure they're competent people, competent devs, but there's a different world of people who are maybe not programmers, but that are snipers and are opportunists or whatever, who do have a lot of insight on ways to game the system or to sneak into crevices and to get advantages.
You should provide a service.
EVM, so definitely not Solana. Like Solana is like the only chain that they weren't shooting for.
Yeah, Giga. You should provide Pulse Chain that service.
Well, I always felt like any kind of Patreon or anything like that's a grift. So I really genuinely believe like I don't like do the subscription stuff. I would rather clown on people because I feel like what's a better learning opportunity than getting fucking just made fun of and embarrassed over some really stupid thing that you should know better, or maybe you need to make the mistake once, but then you should know better after that.
Yeah, very few people learn well in that environment. I think you might find it's not working that great.
No, actually, I swear to God, I find more people learn that way in crypto. They have to lose money first. Almost everyone I know in crypto has to lose their money first, and that's why it's like, oh, what if you lose your money and no one knows about it? Then it's like, oh, you're a little embarrassed. But if you lose your money and everyone knows about it and they're laughing at you, then you really tend to try to learn what it is you're actually doing. I mean, this is
with you, but we want new people, man. Like if there's a team of like experts, like just destroying everybody all the time, like that, this does not make for good advertising. And it doesn't make, like, including advertising for builders to come over to Pulse Chain. Like, don't go to Pulse Chain. There's a team of hackers waiting to like wreck your stuff if you miss one step. Well, like that's not very good advertising.
Like I said, is I had offered sincere advice, but so like even the name the Gig of the Mentor came from a guy who was making just crazy accusations about me. It had nothing to do with me in the first place, but I lean into these things because it's like social media, cloud attention, whatever. It's how you build attention on social media. So the reason a lot of this initial distrust, I guess, kind of, front runs, actually meeting me or talking to me. A lot of these guys will just like put up this instant wall and then they won't even hear me out. Where it's like, if your enemy, let's say, offers you advice, I don't think it's a great idea to ignore them. I think it's a good idea to maybe listen to them and then seek other advice. But if you perceive me as an enemy, and I offer the advice, then to ban and block and hide me would only make me want to be more malicious if I were trying to be. So I would only want to, lie or manufacture some bullshit or whatever it is. Like,
like what you did with my DM.
With your DM, yes. It's hilarious.
If you could have accessed his
Dude, I'm like,
contract,
dude, even Giga knows he's being a fucking idiot right now.
Bro,
hey Giga,
the DM was like regarding I think it was cash.
Cash.
Yeah, it was like it was that Indian guy that was like selling coins on all the Woogee guys. And it was from like months ago. I cropped out the date and everything.
It was from like 13 months ago.
It was a long time. It was a long time.
I got one question for you, Giga. One last question. If you could have accessed his contract and ruined the whole thing and made a bunch of money, would you have done it?
Well, there's no way to like access his contract. I mean, are you saying like if the contract was broken and
Theoretically, if you could have sabotaged this whole thing, got away with it, made a bunch of money, would you have done it?
Right. So as much as everyone thinks I'm competent and as capable as they think I am, I shouldn't even say it, right? But in the real world, if anyone who's capable and competent of achieving something like draining a contract is able to do so in such in an anonymous manner, I wouldn't put him past it. And that's anyone who's competent enough to do so. And the reality is that wasn't what we were looking for at all, though. We were just simply trying to be the first. So that stuff usually comes later and with more matured protocols, because you'll wait for them to like accumulate these large treasuries or other things like that, and then you start to like look through for holes, you know, like with MakerDAO and stuff. You don't usually do that on launch. On launch, you're just trying to get the edge on everyone else. You know, you're just trying to get that contract addressed before they do.
Which is enough of an edge. It's almost like you hacked it. If you can be the very first one to buy on a fair launch, like you're getting, you know, exponential better rates.
Right. With one caveat, and that's what we've seen with one guy on this chain, and he did it to Rackham's coin too, by the way. I'm sure some of the people listening track this wallet, but the guy who sniped Zero, the same guy who sniped X Game and a few other coins, this is someone who, believe it or not, looks like they're manually buying, but they're doing so with such a large size. So they're usually not the first, they're usually like the 10th, but they're doing so with like $5,000, and the average buy is like $200 or $300. So their edge is that because their risk tolerance is so much higher. So they're willing to risk, you know, losing that $5,000, where, you know, I'll usually snipe things with like $300 or $400. And you know, this guy's coming in with like $5,000, and he did on Rackham's coin.
How much did you make on X Game?
Dude, X Game's hilarious because I was such a late fader to it, right? So I bought, I want to say like overall, I think I made $8,000 on X Game.
What?
And
why was that? Why, like, were you walking around saying you made a lot more at some point?
No, people thought that I was the X Game sniper who did the like $1.2 million in sells, and you know, they said it's the mentor. No, of course, I just say it's me, right? Like, because people accuse me of it, and I'm like, of course it's me. But if you look at my, I have a channel, a Telegram channel called Giga's Exit Liquidity. Yeah, and I literally purchased X Game and then posted it in there, and I was late as hell if you actually track that, you know. And then I even said I exited after after Firewall pumped it up. I said, this is like looking a little stretched out here, I'm gonna, you know, take some. And then he continued to pump it. So I was out way too early on X Game.
Yeah, there's a lot of cannibalism on Pulse Chain, unfortunately. Yep. I mean, poor Firewall, they freaking killed this whole thing. He's
an instance of, I've said this many times, is I genuinely believe that Firewall is very well intentioned. I don't actually believe he's ever you know, tried to be malicious in any.
I think so too. I think he's been taken advantage of in various ways by various people, but I don't think he didn't set out to make what happened happen. And I don't think he's given up either. You know, we may see him again, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe he's gone forever.
I think he trusted the wrong people.
Yeah, perhaps. And or he was too generous, like because he was extremely generous sometimes. And and I've made those mistakes too. Sometimes as a founder, you cannot afford to be generous, right? Like because there's always something coming down the road.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone has any closing statements or anything. We were Darth and I were gonna make this a short one, and he wanted me to he wants me to do something with this NFT. So
Stake it, send it.
he sent me the NFT. I'll send it to you.
Mhm.
When I tell you send it back, okay, all right, let's just freaking, so you guys can talk while I am setting this up, the DTGC thing.
So
But
what do you got?
go ahead.
Fast Abdul, what do you got going on? What's going on this week? What's up with your protocols? Don't you have something coming out? What are you building?
Right now I'm focused on Vault 369. So far so good. And it's still in the final development stages, you could say. Talking to my devs every day, doing testing, stuff like that. Mostly just front end testing now. We pretty much have the code done. But like because it's dealing with stable coins, it's like I'm super, super paranoid, and it will go through testing as long as it needs to, and then we'll have audits. But the audits should be pretty quick because it's based on being like a liquidity fork, which has been audited hundreds of times. And it's really just the upgrades that need special attention. So the upgrades, the liquidity being, a stable coin protocol, LUSD on Ethereum, the upgrades being that it's a multi-collateral fork, so you can have more than one thing you can take a loan against to mint stable coins, and it has an option to add additional collateral types. So the DAO can vote to add a new token. For example, when ProveX launches, we'll probably add ProveX right away. That's what I have in mind anyway. As soon as it's reasonably stable enough to be collateral for a stable coin. So it'll be like liquid loans for ProveX, as well as liquid loans for vPulse and uPulse, which are the staked pulses on Pulse Chain. So I'm hoping to have it out pretty soon. I just you guys know how it is with the dev stuff. It's code is hard, and safety is paramount. So and everything costs money. I pay my devs in cash now. They don't get any tokens, so it's like it'll I'll keep paying out of pocket until it's ready. I'm hoping we can get it out before the ProveX token is available, which I think will be available soon, just in my opinion. And we could have it, like a week after ProveX launches. Then you can take a loan against your ProveX. I think that would be something people were interested in.
Fast with
Yeah,
Fire will you launch and work on CoinQuest, which somebody's saying about CoinQuest.
That's the sociopath Pulse Chain Trump guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
won't shut
lies
up
because
about it.
he's a sociopath. So
Yeah.
if you could make him go away, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I got Darth on the phone,
Okay.
and I think he sent me $1 million just now.
Score.
Is that right, Darth?
In an NFT stake.
In an NFT stake called White Lightning?
White Diamond.
White Diamond.
White Lightning.
Okay, here it is. $962,000. Is that right? Oh no.
That's the token count.
Okay. It's a $1,000 stake. Okay.
There we go.
Well,
Yeah.
Darth, I hit claim here.
Yeah.
So what this is a V4. This is V5. So this is an LP that is staked, that is wrapped in an NFT. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit claim. All right, confirm. Okay, now Okay, I think I claimed it, Darth. So now I'm gonna transfer it.
Yeah, well, click it. You see it in your screen? If not, click the white diamond box here.
It says rewards received.
Just don't unstake it.
And now I'm gonna hit transfer, right? Transfer your stake.
Yep.
All right.
If
Well,
you could, yeah.
okay. E87C's the last four.
Yep.
Transfer NFT number 1 to E87C. Okay. And so this is called V5. Okay, NFT number 1 transferred successfully.
Yes. On Pulse Chain, it's called V5. On Uniswap, it's called V3 to do that on Uniswap.
Okay. Oh, it's called. Okay, sounds good. All right, I did it.
All right, cool. Double confirm, send, good. All right.
All right, bro.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
And clean up your wallet later with Flex.
Okay. All right, sounds good. See you, dude.
Sorry, boys. FBI's attacking me. That was Darth on the phone, bro.
Yeah. We're messing around.
Talked to him in a few days.
Messing around with the things and the stuffs. Anyway, anyone have any last comments or anything? Like plug your shit, whatever you're working on, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We have Slimewell and I have a music video we're dropping tomorrow.
Sweet.
Hell
Is
yeah,
there
bro.
violence in the music video?
Nah,
No. Okay. Just going off of past performance.
maybe a little verbal violence.
No, what I before I got disconnected, I just wanted to say that I don't think Firewell was ever intentionally trying to be malicious or anything like that. I think his approach to the way he was doing single-sided liquidity versus using SolidX to move liquidity into X game was a bad strategy. I know he heard it from other people, and yeah, I just want to say that. Yeah, I don't have a problem really with anyone on this chain either, other than I don't trust Rackham, and I just want to make that clear. Josh, I never had an issue with you. It was about testing Rackham's commitment to his team, which to me seemed kind of like he didn't trust the people around him anyway, and I think that became more clear as time went on. So
Yeah, I'm like a lot of what I have to say. I'm just gonna keep to myself for a while.
yeah, no, I 100% understand that too. So,
But yeah, Ben,
well, thanks for.
Are you working on anything?
Yeah, I'm always working on something. I've been working with with this private crypto hedge fund, a friend of mine the past few months. I've taken a step back from working on Pulse Chain. I've stepped away from some different projects that I was working with. And so, yeah, no, I just was really fired up today because I've got a lot of respect for Midgard. And, I'm just really, the last few years working on Pulse Chain, since all of us have been here, it's been a super interesting ride, right? And there's a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff, but this experience on Pulse Chain is just such a fucking shit show left and right. And I appreciate the invite, Josh, and yeah, sorry to hear what happened with Rackham and Giga. Sorry for calling you out on that, and
Hey,
I'm just going to shut up and keep moving forward.
You're good. You just reach out, dude. I literally will talk to anyone, anytime, and I'll do it publicly, or privately. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Again, like I put a lot of hours of every day of my life into trying to actually make Pulse Chain successful. I know everyone only hears about me sniping this or sniping that or minting this or minting that, but believe it or not, I do a lot of background work to try to help get this thing going. So yeah, I just
Why
want to
don't
say
you lean
that.
on that more? Because part of me does believe everything that you say, right? There's something in your voice that,
Well,
If you say that,
I'm
no,
socially
but like I am
manipulating
a
you
little
into
bit
believing me
gullible,
right now.
right? I'm the sense of gullible. I go by how I feel by their energy, and I think a lot of what you, the
Don't
energy
trust
that you
anyone.
do bring is
I'll
true.
just say that.
anyone.
So
Yeah.
why don't you use that for like complete good and try to help people? Why do you want to?
Well, no.
Huh?
Ben, believe it or not, like for example, Darth was just on the phone with Josh. I'm sure Josh is probably aware of it to some extent, but I helped Darth a tremendous amount, and I have over the past several months. Like I talk to him almost daily. There's a dozen guys like that. So I'm always here and I'm always helping people. I just don't try to gloat about it and like go around and say everything I'm doing. But there's a lot of devs on this chain that I've worked with, and the public thing is it is what it is. It's just the salesmanship or the marketing angle or whatever you want to call it. But I don't mind being perceived as an enemy, because it ultimately is about kind of conveying the overall thing, whereas you should never trust me or you should never trust anyone else. Not a single person on this panel, not a single person in the community. You're in crypto for a reason, and that's to not believe anything anyone tells you ever. Confirm it for yourself, and you build private relationships, but just always come from the angle of everyone's out to get you in a sense. Obviously don't be too cynical, but I don't try to be a good guy. I think that those are usually the bad people.
Amen to that. I learned that this last couple of years in Pulse Chain. The people that most people think are good, like they'll sell their souls pretty damn cheap still.
I do have to say there's going to be some people who are probably mad that I'm doing a stream with Giga right now, but over the past few months personally, I really don't like to adopt other people's beefs, and I actually like being able to freaking talk to anybody and like consult and like have dialogue openly, whether somebody feels a way about somebody or whatever anyone else's beefs are. And I'm gonna move forward making sure that I'm not like tiptoeing around anyone else's beefs anymore, and talk to whoever I want and fucking get back to what I do best.
It's
I
the
just
way,
want to
man.
make that
I don't think Fast and I are necessarily the most best of friends either, and like we can get along and discuss.
Yeah, that's actually
and
an inspiration that I take from Fast, is that he freaking just moves his way around and talks to whoever he wants.
Diplomacy is key, and I can see value in people even if like I don't agree with them about a lot of things, right? And I've seen some value from you, maybe not directly to me, but to the chain in general. You provided value tonight with your your information, which obviously took time to acquire. So I do appreciate that. But like, yeah, everybody can just be grown-ups. That'd be great.
Dude, wouldn't it? And also
Yeah.
freaking meme wars, not beef. Meme wars. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
right. Well, some
So
really
social
good
media
meme
is
wars
social
come from
media.
that.
Like sometimes
you know?
weird shit happens and we fight. Like, I was fighting with B Roots yesterday, and it's like it's tongue in cheek, it's half fake all the time. Everybody knows that, right?
That's right.
But
That's right.
like,
No, dude, fucking Slimewell fucked my sister, bro.
wow, that's you guys have a very different
He's
dynamic.
trying to be my fucking brother-in-law.
Oh, you really got in there, man. Wow.
Who, Triple Dad?
I thought you were joking.
Dude, nobody knows if we're fucking joking or not.
That's the beauty. That's actually the beauty of it all, and it should stay that way.
Keep training, Josh. You'll have lots of chances to take him unaware.
There's only 3 people who know the truth, and that's my sister Slimewell.
Yeah, well, anyway, thanks, Josh. Thanks for letting me come up. I heard Ben talking smack and I wanted to come up, but yeah, I'm always available to speak to anyone about anything, like I said, privately or publicly. And I don't actually hold any grudges. If I'm calling names on the timeline and stuff, it's usually just to stir a fuss and
You're telling me you don't
have
hold a
fun.
grudge against Rackham Rochelle?
Oh, Rackham! No. Rackham is the only person who I genuinely think he's a bad person, and I warn everyone of that. I can't think of anyone off the top of my. Oh, Gunther is another one. I can't really think of another person directly at the moment that I would say like is genuinely malicious.
Also Latina.
Well, yeah,
We don't know who
kinda
that
think there's
person
some
was.
association with some other people that, yeah.
They
There
tried
was
to blame
really-
it on Gunther, if I recall. But
Yeah,
it
right,
probably
right.
wasn't him.
No, I don't think
Too
it was.
obvious.
Yeah, it's
Was it
too
you, Giga?
obvious. Who, Latina?
Yeah.
Dude, I wish it was, because I've been accused now several times of making like $1 million or $2 million off this chain. And I'm telling you right now, like my house is too small for a family of 6. I got 4 boys, bro. I wish I had the milli.
Nice.
Dude, anything bad happens and people just well, you just pop into mind for people.
Yeah. It's by design, man. You know, like when I don't want to drag it out. When I went from the Great Hexolio into Giga, I lost the Hexolio account because I was basically like, I'm an OG Hexican. I only have ever shilled Hex. I'm going to branch out into the meme world to show you guys how it's done. I basically like spammed like 200,000 messages on Twitter in the course of like a week. And it was just like girls shaking their butts and stuff with like my ticker. And I got banned on that account. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go as Giga now and just really like just cause a ruckus. Instead of just doing
Mafia
like,
was almost coin Holio.
I heard.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard.
I would have totally signed up for Coin Holio. That sounds much more attractive.
I thought it would be cool if it was coinhole.io.
Yeah, it
Nice.
works. I mean, there's videos of B-Roots even calling out Great Hexolio back in the day and stuff, just because I would always, I was a Hex Maxi kind of guy, on my timeline.
Dude, you should go back to being a Hex Maxi.
That explains why you can still
am.
talk the talk. I always kind of wondered about that. Like, it's like, this guy knows a lot about Hex for being a meme corner.
Yeah, no, I was Fast Abdullah. I've been around since Strape days, and back in the old Hex Telegram, I was like, I think the 2nd or 3rd top Telegram like reputation guy.
You're way older than me.
So I've been around. I only took time off in 21 after I made some money from Hex, and then I kind of came back when Pulse Chain launched. So.
Well, what about Coconut? Let's hear his last words. He's been patient listening to all of us.
Yeah, I've been yapping too
talk
much.
all of our talk.
What up, Briz?
And he's having a shower.
Oh, is he taking a shower?
Yep.
All right. That's all we need from him.
Hey, I'm showering with like 4 kids right now.
What's up, Maga? Okay. You're
See
gonna
you
get
guys later.
demonetized.
It was enjoyable.
We're gonna get Epsteined.
We're gonna get Epstein.
Aloha.
All right, bro.
Like my kids, you freaking weirdo.
No, not.
Okay,
I'm not
bye.
saying you. I'm saying us.
Epstein didn't kill him.